Welcome back, everyone. It's Abdallah here with another exciting preview video for Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong Adventure DLC. We're going to show you guys World 4, or actually Level 4 within the first world, and it's going to be super fun. So, if you guys haven't already checked out our giveaway of a very fun eShop gift card so that you guys can purchase the Season Pass, go check it out. Simply put, all you have to do is watch our very cool video over here where we had the opportunity to interview the lead developer, Xavier. It was great. And we answer such questions as, can you add multiplayer online, right? A lot of people, you guys wondering about that. Anyway, go check out the interview. Check out our link in the description below for our contest. And simply put, enter it. It'll be pretty fun. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump on into it. Here is the 4th level. We have just gotten through the bad bananas. If you guys have missed the previous episode, go watch that. Now that we have some extra runes, we can use that to power up our characters even more. This, again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Like, this is my favorite part about Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's picking and choosing how to make your character stronger with the runes currency. So, yeah, we're going to go for a lot of movement. Rabbid Peach, I'm going to go for having the ability to tackle 4 people, which is so much fun. That's free damage. And of course, you guys can take a look at all the other ones that she has. She has the ability to do a stronger attack whenever she runs into someone. And that's exactly what I love. And that was my favorite thing about Rabbid Luigi in the base game, where Rabbid Luigi just does so much damage if he tackles into someone. So anyway, Rabbid Cranky, we've got 2 runes here. I'm gonna probably just give him some more movement, because that's the last thing that you want, is to be just outside of the movement range of doing something that you want to do. So you can take a look over here. We got some barrel cannons, right? Hey, it can't be a Donkey Kong DLC if there's not a barrel cannon that shoots you to a different part of the map. So again, one of the greatest things about this game is pretty much the overall, like, the aesthetics. The development team has done a very good job of capturing the feeling of the jungle. The little details all over the place. These little bobbers, everything being like super sized. And here goes a puzzle. Now we've removed all the cutscenes because the cutscenes aren't ready yet. This is, again, is a demo build, a beta build of the game. But you guys can see that there is a little bit of a puzzle here. And can you guys understand, just judging from the looks of it, what the puzzle means? I'll give you guys a moment before I spoil it. But this is me looking at it and I'm like, what the heck? Like, okay, puzzle is great. I'm not a fan of puzzle games by any means. I'll do them begrudgingly. But, yeah, so I remember in Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, like, there was an ice puzzle where you had to push blocks against other blocks, and I was going out of my mind trying to figure that thing. So anyway, you can see over here that you can rotate these statues, it looks like 3 times. So they all have, like, some sort of combination. And judging from the fire that lights up, we need to light up all the fire, right? Makes sense. So I'm going to be here for a little bit trying to figure this out. So take a look at it. So there's 6 panels in the middle, right? The very first panel says no crowns, right? So no crowns and no, like, squiggly mustache. So we have that prerequisite done. The second one is, like, this one over here needs these eyes, and the one on the other side needs that crown. It looks like Midna's crown from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Then the third one is, you can't have the circular eyes and, like, the buck teeth mouth. Okay, so then we figured it out. So, dude, we did it. Boy, that was easy. Yeah, right, Beepo. So right over here, so Beepo, again, coming on board with the swearing. I love it. It's awesome. Censored swearing. So what happens with Beepo is that he says, oh, wait, there's another prerequisite. And if you guys were paying attention, there's a golden barrel. So if you guys remember in the base game of Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, there were those dark blue bunny cannons that would shoot you into a bonus level. So what we want to do is we want to figure that out, right? We're over here at the Ubisoft headquarters in San Francisco, having the opportunity to capture this footage for you guys, even though I despise puzzles. And this is another element of the puzzle that I'm going to have to do. Even though I despise puzzles, you know what? I'm going to do it for you guys. We're going to figure it out. And then, of course, you guys can use this information for when you guys play the DLC, when it comes out, of course, over there. So you can say, oh, yeah, I remember this part. It was in Abdallah's video. What did he do to figure this out? All right, I'm going to go look it up. So now you guys have all the answers. So what we have to do is the reverse. So we have to put out all the flames. And it says no flames on the sign. So we have to do the opposite of what it's saying here. So if it says the one on the right has the little circular eyeballs, then we need to make sure it doesn't have those eyeballs. And then I don't even know what the fifth looks like, a town. I don't even know, man. And this one over here, it says the mouths have to be the same. So what we need to do is change the mouths, and the mouths have to be different. And then we just have to do it. I'm almost at a point where I just want to keep on trying like every different thing and just go. I'm just like... I mean, you know, not knocking the game, trust me. There's puzzle elements, and this isn't mandatory by any means. This is just extra. You don't have to do this. But I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. So, yeah, we're going to have to do one more thing. In order to get that flame out, we can't have, or we have to have the buck teeth, and we have to have those eyes somehow. But at the same time, it has to be, like, in line with everything else. So we can't have 2 buck teeth. Or maybe. Yeah, that's fine. So the buck teeth with the tongue. And then we need to make sure that we don't have the Midna crown. We need the Midna crown, and then we need the squiggly mouth, right? Oh gosh. Really? There we go. There's a squiggly mouth and there's the Midna crown. Alright, so we're in this. Done. So you guys screen cap that. Remember it for your playthroughs. Now, we're going to be playing this bonus level. It's going to be great. Watch as I bust out my aptitude on this one. This one's really good. So if you guys remember these bonus levels, you have a time limit, and you got to get to the very top. Yo, I aptituded the heck out of this one. It was really fun. So I'm like, this is the very first bonus level that we've ever played in the Donkey Kong DLC. I'm noticing over here that this little barrel thing moves. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Oh, let's hit this switch. All right, cool. Oh, what do you got? Oh, we're gonna hit this switch? All right, sure, let's go for it. Here's another barrel. All right, let's hit that. Let's keep on moving. What's this switch do? Oh, doesn't do anything? Let's move back. All right, so we're gonna push this barrel across. And then, oh, now the switch is activated. Check this out, dude. We're gonna push this one across. I'm like, oh, we gotta bring the barrel all the way up top. And of course, we need to just keep on going. So barrels over here, barrels over there, and then I'm like, okay, well, what happens now? Oh, we win in record time? Done. Stylus drop. All right, so what we got right over here. We got the Goliath Grouper. And I just love this. I love that. You can see Cranky's personality just come through. So we beat the level and we got a new weapon. So I'm super excited about that. The golden barrel, if you guys find them in the overworlds, make sure that you get them because they'll allow you to go and find the weapons. Of course, battle HQ is by pressing X, not start, like I've been doing. Now, what I do over here is I like to look at all the different areas and different weapons that we have here. Now, shout out to the development team, the localization team, all you guys who pretty much wrote the lines for every single one of these weapons. They're so hilarious. So what I want you guys to do is, you guys can feel free to pause the video. You can make the video into super slow motion so that you guys can read the little flavor text on each of these guys. And it's just fun. It's super fun. So these are all new weapons. This is the first time that you guys are seeing these weapons. So I'm very excited for it. You've got the Woodshop Walloper, Blue Collar Brawler. Check that out. They rhyme too. Guano Guardian. Oh my. So good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm finally realizing after like playing 3 levels is that we've got bananas. And you know what? Might as well spend them, right? So we got the Hail Mary. It's like a football, dude. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. So DK's got some ground pounds and some hopper stompers. You got some super effective damage bonuses on some things. So that's also really cool. I really appreciate that. Bonus damage on smashers. That's awesome. And then you can see over here that habanero, caballero, what? Rigi-Dig Returner? Banana-Rang? Dude, it's a banana-rang. How did I not know that? It's hilarious. Alright, we're moving. We're moving on. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we showed you guys a little bit of the different weapons that Donkey Kong has at his disposal. We can see here that there's even more exploration to go. So let's look around. We're collecting little bananas as we go through, and you guys can see that there's a little spot that we can travel underneath the water and access a new area. You guys can see some little Rabbids over there hanging out with a stash of bananas. And then, of course, what do you know? Another puzzle. Great. So, you know, these puzzles aren't that bad. You just have to kind of look around at them. I was telling the devs right behind me, I'm like, look, dude, give me the answers to this thing. I'm not going to be here for like, because we only had like an hour to record this stuff. I'm like, dude, I need to get to the very end of this demo. So, any of you guys want to throw me a bone, feel free. They're like, oh, give it a second. I think you can figure it out. And I'm like, oh, fine, I'll do it. Because you know me and puzzles. I don't like puzzles. So anyway, I'm like, all right, well, take a look at this. Okay, so we got the blue one. We got the blue one in the corner. We need to potentially do the blue one. Then the blue one comes down. And if we throw blue one and green one, we can potentially open one up there. But at the same time, like, you have to use the bricks as like stopping sliding points. So, hey, you know what? It'll be fine. So we're going to slide this guy over here. And then I'm thinking, all right, well, then we can hit the red one by moving this one against there. And then the red will be opened. And then we can slide the blue to the corner without worrying. And then you get that aha moment. They're like, oh, dude, that's great. All right, cool. I love puzzles. Let's go. So now that we've done that, we are going to raise up one out of potentially 4 of these little platforms in order to get that treasure chest over there. And I'm like, dude, we got to do it for you guys. You know, it's like you can easily walk past this and you don't have to do this. You can go fight the areas. But I said, you know what? We got to do it for you. You guys want to see this stuff. So anyway, we put that one open, and then there's going to be 2 more areas. You guys can see over here that we got to get towards blue. So blue and the other one, blue and yellow maybe? Yeah, blue and green. So we hit blue and green. That one raised up, and I'm like, okay, well, we only have one more. It's really not that hard. It's like I got really intimidated because of the ice level. How many guys? Let me know in the comments if you guys remember that part of the Let's Play, or if you guys played it on your own. The gigantic area with like ice, and you had to push these blocks and slide them in certain ways in order to hit switches. Dude, that was rough. Anyway, we figured it out, and right now all we have to do is hit the white one, and now we need to hit yellow. So what we're gonna do is go all the way in a circle and then hit down. Dude, are you kidding me? Who designed this? Give me their name. Give me the name of the developer that designed that specific puzzle. Zavi, I'm talking to you, dude. All right, so we did it all for artwork. You think I want artwork? Dude, give me a weapon. Gosh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Artwork's fun. It's part of the 100% completing, so you're going to be all right. So there's the cute little Rabbids there. Again, paying attention to the details. The details of the entire area is just so good. They didn't have to program little Rabbids hanging out over there by a bunch of bananas. They didn't have to do that. Anyway, so here we go. We got the Midboss on board. Now, this Midboss, oh boy. Now, one of my favorite things about the bosses in this game is the cutscenes. And the cutscenes aren't ready just yet, so I won't be able to show you them. But let's talk about this Midboss for a second here, because this is intense. Holy moly. So if you guys want to beat this one within the perfect amount of turns, you got to be on top of chasing after this guy. This guy has, he's got an interesting AI where he's going to go as far away from you as possible, similar to like those collectors. So what we're doing here is I'm taking a look at DK. DK is going to be your MVP throughout this entire map, simply because he can cover all 4 corners of this rectangular map and have the ability to knock out this mid-boss at any given time. So just be careful, and we're going to walk you through exactly what's going on with this one. So here we go. So running on through, what we can potentially do is we can potentially bounce him and bounce him out of bounds if we pick up these bounce blocks or these bounce covers. And that's really what you want to focus on, especially since they're there, right? You might as well do it. And whenever you throw a bounce block, it's going to have pretty much a 9 square, a 3x3 square, which will affect everyone in that area. So we're going to throw it directly behind him so that it bounces him out of bounds and gives us that additional damage. So feel free to do that on your playthroughs, guys. That's going to be very, very imperative. So now that we got DK over here, I can easily throw my Bananarang. 1, 2, 3, and hit these guys. That's going to be pretty fun. 1, 2, that's it. That's 3 damage. It's ship damage on them. And you'll see that as soon as this mid-boss comes on board and gets hit, he runs as far away as possible so that he's out of the way of all of you guys. So it may take a couple turns in order to catch up to him. So he's kind of that hit and run kind of character. So what we have over here is we've got Cranky Kong, Rabbid Cranky, and we also have Rabbid Peach. So I want to try to make my way over to where the little mid-boss is at. So, but at the same time, you also have these Ziggies that you have to deal with. So there's a lot of play on here. There's a lot of strategies on what you need to do in order to beat this guy. And as you guys can see over here, DK is on the other side of the map. I mean, potentially I can bounce on top of Rabbid Peach, land on this guy, and then KO him, which would probably be ideal. That way I can KO him in the least amount of turns possible. So we got the freeze and then on point blank range so that I have an easy way of just knocking him out. So that's what we did right over here. You guys can see that he does drop some bananas, and now that I got Rabbid Peach, she's really not doing much. So I have to find some pretty decent cover so that I don't get hit by his massive attack. He's got really good range too. So I got the Hostile Fossil, which does, I got the Goliath Grouper, which does added bonus damage against mid-bosses. So I want to try my best in order to try to hit him with that. We do have our shield, so I am going to be out in the open, especially from the Ziggy behind me, especially from the boss right here. And unfortunately, with our Goliath Grouper that we got from the bonus level, we aren't able to get him in one run with it. So I'm going to hold on to it till it's a little bit closer. You guys can see over here that he's going to do some massive damage. Boom! Crit bounced me all the way back to where I started from. So for 46, luckily I had the shield on, else that would have been very bad. So yeah, this mid-boss on board, he's going to stay right there, and he'll just wait until we hit him, and then he'll like escape from us. So this Ziggy, I'm going to break his shield with my Hairy Eye, and we're going to crit bounce him out of bounds for 30 damage. That's awesome. Not crit bounce, but we'll just bounce him. So anyway, we've got another Ziggy over here, and since Rabbid Peach is out in the open, she just took that damage. So that's unfortunate. And then, of course, she's right over here as well, again, out in the open, taking another hit. So she's not doing so hot. But luckily for us, Rabbid Peach has the ability to heal. So that's kind of a thing. All right, so we got Rabbid Cranky, we got DK. So I could do a couple things. I could jump over there, grab the spring block, and rinse and repeat of what we did before. You know, hit him with the spring block, hit him out of bounds for that extra bonus damage, throw my Bananarang, or if I'm close enough, maybe do the classic. So there's a lot of things that we could do, and you guys can see the splash damage is going to bounce him off that way. He does have Hero Sight, so he did activate that. I did take the 20 damage, which isn't that much. It's not much at all. I'm gonna lob this, boom, bounce him for 30, hit him for another 30 because he went out of bounds, and then he's hanging out right there. So I do have the Ridgy Digi Returner. That does well against some other Ziggy looking guys, but that's not going to do anything. It's just going to break his shield. So we could break his shield potentially and then allow Cranky to come on board and then finish him off, because Cranky's kind of nearby, maybe. Or of course we can lure them in with Donkey Kong's little bongo drum attack. So what we have over here is Rabbid Peach. She's going to be not being able to do too much. The moment she moves, she's going to get hero sighted by the other rabbit across from there. So let's take a look. We got Cranky on board over here. You can toss the Hail Mary, that football. We can lob that against smashers. It does super effective damage. And of course, we can kind of see Side Eye. That's his name, Side Eye. We can see Side Eye's movement is huge. He does have hero sight. He's not affected by our own hero sight. So he's got a lot of things going for him right now. So what I want to do is I want to get out of here as best as I can. I'm probably going to end up taking that hit. But I want to be able to throw this very cool shiny sentry at the boss to deal massive damage to him. So a lot of things at play here. All right, let's take a look. We've got Cranky, DK on board. just kind of figuring out, like, what are we gonna do? Should I hide over here? Am I gonna get hit? So if I hide over there, can Cranky come over to me and jump across? Yes, he can. Simply because his movement is right over that way. So if I stand over here, I'm gonna get hit by this. That's fine. 38, it hurts, yes. I can potentially heal myself, which is gonna be healing 30% of my health. So it kind of negates that one hit from us. And then now we can potentially shoot this guy for some damage, or we can fire our sentry. And remember, whenever the sentry's out, it's an actual, I guess, hittable enemy, if you think about it. So if we throw it out there, the enemies will want to fire at it and explode it. So instead of firing at us, it can fire at that instead. So that's kind of what we were thinking there. Or that's kind of what I was thinking with that. So anyway, many things to do right over here now. I do have Cranky Kong. We can hide behind this half cover. But as soon as I land, the half cover is going to get exploded. So it really doesn't matter what we do. But as long as we freeze this guy. Boom. And then now that I'm right here, so I'm thinking, all right, do I KO this guy, potentially, with min-max damage, and then allow DK to get hit by some of the splash damage? Or do I just not? And I'm like, you know what? We just got to KO him. DK, I'm sorry. You have 230 health. You're going to be fine. So I'm thinking, all right, well, we can do that. Or, you know what? We can put him to sleep, right? We can put him to sleep and deal with him on the next turn. DK can toss him or something like that. So I'm like, all right, well, let's try that instead. The long story, we haven't really used it too much in this preview. So here's a perfect example of what we could do with it. So we're going to put him to sleep. He's not going to attack us, but this guy's going to potentially do some work. He's going to be potentially aiming at the sentry or potentially hitting us. I could lob the Hail Mary at him, which is going to be doing some real good work. But remember, every time we do that, he's going to run away. So he's going to run away this way. Our sentry's not going to do anything now because the sentry's just out of range. So now that he's a little bit closer, DK's out of moves. I could use the little bongo, but there's no point in doing that. So right now, he's going to be aiming for that sentry because he knows that it's going to do massive damage against him. And of course, he's going to run away even more. Go figure, right? He's going to be running all the way to this corner. Yikes. So we got the Ziggy over here. He's probably going to fire at me. Not a big deal. 30 damage. Right? 30 damage against DK, that's nothing. It's a drop of water. This guy, though. Excuse me. Sorry, Rocco. Rocco's on board. This guy's going to do some damage to Peach. We did get some healing over here. The sentry, unfortunately, is going to come a little bit closer, but it's not going to be in the spot where we want it to. So, as DK, I can indeed potentially pick up the sentry, and I could throw it at the boss. It's going to be really cool. Rocco. Good boy. Sorry. Cats, man. Alright, so here we go. So, yeah, that's one option that we can do with DK is we can grab this 10 health sentry and throw it at the boss for additional damage and then hit him with a Bois Nanarang. We can point blank this guy, but if we shoot him, we're going to end up firing at our sentry. So that's definitely not going to work. But we can run into him and then land in like another spot where Donkey Kong can pick up Cranky and throw Cranky to do some freeze damage on him. So I think that's really what I want to do. So we're going to do that 40 damage tackle. You guys can see that I powered that up a little bit. We could go for the KO if we want to, but I'm going to hold off on that for now because we can easily come with Rabbid Peach and we can run into him and keep our sentry alive. So that's great. So I'm going to run into him. We have this guy that's on the corner there, so we need to hide somewhere where he's not going to get us. And the only spot I can think of is like maybe behind this half cover or maybe, you know, right next to him. So again, it's just a regular Ziggy, nothing to worry about. Peach still has 96 health. You can take maybe 3 more hits, 2 to 3 hits. But anyway, 70 damage. 70 damage. We powered that tackle attack up big time. So anyway, unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to be able to fire at this guy. He's behind the half cover. That was a coin flip. What we can do over here with DK now is do the very awesome double team attack with Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong. It's very offensive, and we can potentially throw Cranky Kong at this guy and go from there. So I'm like, all right, here's what we can do. We're going to fire off that easy hit. I'm going to grab Cranky Kong. we're going to go as close as we can over to the area, and then we're going to throw Cranky Kong, because whenever Cranky's in midair, it doesn't have to be initiated with his team jump attack. So we can do that, and I can bring Cranky Kong wherever I want, and then we can throw him. So you guys can see over here that I can go all the way over this way and throw Cranky Kong right over here, and we can do some damage. We can freeze him. And by having him frozen, he won't be able to use certain attacks, which is also very cool. So I'm debating on whether or not we should hide behind the full cover or go as close as we can to him. So there's a lot of things at play here. And we got to beat it within 3 more turns, so keep that in mind. If you want like the best possible reward at the end. We're going to leave that Ziggy alone. We're going to fly all the way over with Cranky Kong. I'm going to hide behind the cover. Cranky's going to freeze him. And then, unfortunately, I'm out of the range of the Banana Ring. So, we'll be fine. So, target's out of range for both of that. But I could use a Stink Eye if I wanted to. We're not going to. So, here we go. He's going to aim for DK. Hits me 25. Not bad. He's not able to use his Hero Sight attack, simply because he's frozen, so that's really good. This little Ziggy has a little amount of health. He's probably going to fire on our little sentry over here, unfortunately. So there goes that strategy. This little Ziggy is going to come down, probably attack DK. Yeah, he's going to shoot DK in the face. That's not a big deal. Crit freeze. That's okay. And of course, shield attack. Or Hero Sight. Okay, he's going to go for his little enemy Hero Sight there. Okay, so what we have now is DK. And I've got one of these spring blocks. So I could potentially grab the spring block, fly all the way over there, bounce him for the 60 damage, and then Banana Ring him. So that could be something that we can do. Or of course, we can go with Cranky Kong. I can go inside the pipe, point blank this guy. But at the same time, we don't want to get hit by this guy too much. He's not that bad. Villain Sight. I keep on calling it Hero Sight, but it's Villain Sight. Anyway. So yeah, there's lots of things that we could do right now. I could throw the Hail Mary. We can Hail Mary him, but of course we're going to get shot. Boom, 38, big damage. So unfortunately, yeah, I can't shoot him with my crossbow, but I can lob the Hail Mary directly at him for 50 damage, which is good. He only has 30 left. And so what I can do now is I can potentially grab Cranky and throw him in midair to finish off the damage. Or I could go Hero Sight. Yeah, I guess that could work. I don't remember what I'm trying to do here. There's so many things. But let's see if it all works out, right? So who are we grabbing? Are we grabbing Cranky? Where's the boss at? Oh, boss is over here. Okay. He's like hiding behind there. So I can essentially stand right here, throw Cranky at him, freeze him again, and just like do this Donkey Kong, Cranky, Rabbid like combination. So what you also want to pay attention to is where Cranky like lands. You don't want to throw him up in midair and then have him land on you and like hit you with that freeze. So you want to be paying attention to exactly where the splash damage is around. So you guys can see if I land DK right in that corner, and then throw Cranky right here, I can hit the boss and freeze him, but I won't be able to hit the other enemy there. We can't really do a twofer. So we're going to jump down. We're going to grab Cranky. We're going to Dandelion all the way across. Very awesome. We're going to jump down here and then throw him upwards. Boom! Get that freeze for 40. Yeah, and then he's only got 100 HP left. So I can indeed use I could do the Ziggy Zapper and just hit him for like 55 damage. Cranky can shotgun him. No, I don't think I have the... No, I don't. That's okay. So we got a lucky crit bounce anyway. So that was it. Lucky crit bounce. We got ourselves a key, and then we beat it. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our first footage of the mid-boss. First look, guys. First look. That's really cool. So the 4th level Standof-Fish. Done. Pretty good, I would say. We had some very good, I guess, synergy with DK and Rabbid Cranky, and there's a lot of good things over there. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for the very first, I guess, world first area of Donkey Kong Adventure in the DLC mode. Now, luckily for us, we got one more sneak peek video for you guys to see, and this is going to be in like a second additional world of that DLC mode. So anyway, we're going to show you guys what it is. It's going to be so much fun. Make sure that you guys tune into it. Yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to be getting ready for this game. I can't wait. So I hope you guys are on board with it too. Watch our playlist over here with all the DK preview videos. Newest video on the channel that way, recommendations over there. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss a beat on the latest Donkey Kong Adventure game. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.